everyone. Good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Star Card Review. Now, today I thought I'd do something a bit different and show off a collection of mine that I've recently just started acquiring. I thought something different. Seeing though I had never had this as a kid, but I would always go over to a friend's place and play it. As you gathered from the title, it's my Super Nintendo collection so far. Well, actually, me and my husband's Super Nintendo collection so far. Although some of them that I have collected, more so, that's my type of style of game. And some of the ones that he's picked, we've done together. And this is through either eBay, going through collectors that are selling them, and we've been getting them for really good prices, and other ones we've gone through Second and Charles, the local Second and Charles, which have given really good prices for real copies. Even though a lot of these are not in their original box, they still are extremely well looked after, and I've since bought dust jackets for them to keep them all covered. And basically, this is my Super Nintendo collection so far. I mean, I never had a Super Nintendo growing up as a kid. I've always went over to friends' houses and played it, cousins, and stuff like that. So, recently bought a Super Nintendo for the hubby. But the games that I've collected for myself, obviously like RPGs, Mortal Kombat, and stuff like that. But other than that, let's get into it. Everyone new, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and for everyone returning, you know I appreciate you all. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, in no particular order, one that I used to play at a friend's house, and I remember so vividly, is Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. And this is in really good condition. Got that from eBay from a collector. Really good price on that one. So I'm really impressed with that. Never played this at friends and whatnot, but I had to get it. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, in excellent condition, once again, from a collector who was selling it on eBay. So I got that for extremely good price, considering some of the prices on these games. Even just loose, no box, in ridiculous prices, but I got these for good prices. This was the one that, or two actually, that the hubby picked up, or that we picked up, well, mainly the hubby picked up from Second and Charles, is Super Pinball, which I don't think I ever played any pinball, but I know when he grew up as a kid, he had a Super Nintendo and he used to play all this stuff, and he picked up I've never even heard of it. It's called Super Alfred Chicken. And that is really funny. I mean, I've never even heard of it. Super Alfred Chicken. I've only played a little bit of it so far, and I think it's fun. It's something to laugh at. So that's those ones. And then this is the hubby picked this one up. Donkey Kong Country. He grew up playing that. I played it, and man, we just revisited it pretty much a couple of days ago, and I never remember it being so goddamn hard, but it's a challenge, which we like, and that we got that for a really good price. And loose, that's pretty expensive. I managed to pick this up. I was actually quite surprised. A real copy of it as well. Got it for a good price. Unfortunately, I haven't got it in the box. It's a game from Squaresoft. It's Breath of Fire, the original Breath of Fire. I couldn't get it in a box, unfortunately. That's from Second and Charles, but that is an excellent copy. Authentic as well. I checked it all out. It's authentic. So I'm quite impressed that I've never even played the Breath of Fire series. So, in actual fact, I lie. Well, I don't lie. It's not from Squaresoft, it's actually from Capcom. This was distributed out to a North American office, which is obviously Squaresoft at the time. So it's labeled as Squaresoft, but it's not actually from Squaresoft. It was just branched out to them as a distributor, but it's actually from Capcom. So I apologize for that. It's not Squaresoft, it's Capcom. Now, this is from... This one I've seen, heard reports about, I've seen videos, and I had to get it. And it's an authentic copy. I got this from a collector. I paid a pretty penny for it. Illusion of Gaia. I was just absolutely fascinated with the gameplay of this. And I also picked up, and this cost me a pretty penny as well, authentic copy, is I'm currently playing this, and it's from Squaresoft, and it is Secret of Evermore. I absolutely love this game. Oh my god, I cannot believe I never played this back in the day. It is so good. I will be doing a review of that once I finish it, so look out for that. But yeah, Illusion of Gaia, I had to pick this up. I paid a pretty penny for it. I paid a pretty penny for Secret of Mana as well. I've got the instruction booklets with them, so together I paid a pretty penny for the games individually, and then the instruction booklets I had to pay a pretty penny for as well. So it's well worth it. Absolutely authentic games too. So, and then I picked up another one. This is from Enix, well now Square Enix, but this is an originally from Enix. But I know this didn't come to the USA, but it's got localized thanks to fan translation, an actual real fan translation. This actually came to Europe and Australia, but never came to the West over here in the United States, and that is Terranigma. Now this is a fully translated English translation. I paid a pretty penny for this, considering you can't play the PAL version of this game in America on the original Super Nintendo. So, unfortunately, I had to get a fan translation of it. And, man, from what I've seen of this so far, absolutely brilliant game. I've never played it. I had to buy it. So, I've got a fan translation of that, finally. So, I will be playing that after Secret of Evermore. I may play it after that, or I may go Illusion of Gaia. I'm not sure yet, but either way, I've got those. Another one I picked up, which is up there in price, original, is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. That was well worth it. Unfortunately, I don't have the box for it, but it's well worth the price. Another one we just recently picked up, me and the hubby, that I remember playing at my friends all the time. I absolutely loved this version of it way before the Nintendo 64 version, and that's Super Mario Kart. I picked up that for a really good price, authentic as well, so I'm glad we picked up that one. Played a bit of it so far, and I just remember it. It brings back so much nostalgia, so that's fucking fantastic. I absolutely love Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo, so that's amazing that I was able to pick that up for the price that I did. This one has cost me a lot of money, me personally, not the hubby, but me, and that's Super Metroid, an original copy. Pretty damn expensive just on its own, out of the box with no instruction booklet. Quite expensive. I believe I paid close to $80 odd for it, so well worth it. I've never played it, I've heard so much about it, so I thought I'd pick that up. Another one the hubby picked up is Tetris and Dr. Mario 2 in 1 for a really good price. So that was awesome. I've never played those, but he has. And then I've got two games. One is all original in the box and everything. It's a little bit banged up. I paid a really good price for this, but I had to have it because this was one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo, along with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I know they're both the same, but this is Mortal Kombat 3 in the box. I paid good price for that from a collector. I just had to have it because I remember playing it, using the babalities, fatalities, friendships, animalities, you name it. I had so much fun playing this growing up. Out of friends, out of family friends as well. Always lived over there and played, looked after their house for over a year, and they had a Super Nintendo and were able to play their Mortal Kombat 3, and it's an absolutely fantastic game, so I had to have it. And this is another one that I got a fan translation of, which has never come to the West. So this is a fan translation, so it's not an original one per se from it's not an original, it's obviously not, it's a fan translation, but it's a fully accurate fan translation. It comes in a nice box, and it had a dust sleeve with it. I paid a pretty penny for this, but this is from Squaresoft. I've heard so much about this over the years, and I really had to buy it and add it to my collection because this is one definitely that I want to play because it reminds me so much of Final Fantasy, and that is Bahamut Lagoon, and I paid a pretty penny for this. It doesn't come with an instruction booklet, it just comes with the box and the game and the dust sleeve, but that is absolutely amazing condition, and the cartridge it looks very, very good as well. So that's my collection. So that's our collection so far with the Super Nintendo stuff. There is a couple more games that I do want to source out for the Super Nintendo, like Ghouls and Ghosts or Goblins and Ghosts. There's Breath of Fire 2, Lufia 2. I know they're extremely expensive, so trying to get those is going to be extremely bloody hard at this stage. We don't have the money, or I don't have the money to just willy-nilly spend on, a fully boxed game of Lufia 2 for over $500. I mean, that's ridiculous. Even Breath of Fire 2, I saw one the other day for nearly $300 odd friggin' dollars in the box with the instruction booklet. It's just insane, the prices that they expect people to pay for this type of stuff. I mean, I know it's nostalgia and I know they're hard to get now, and everyone should have appreciated their games growing up as kids. I mean, we all make mistakes and we get rid of things over the years and then realise many years later, I really want that nostalgia back. That's why I got we bought the Super Nintendo. Well, I bought the Super Nintendo for the hubby for his birthday because it just brings back so much nostalgia for him, for me, and that's the same with the PlayStation 2, the Xbox 360 that we've got, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, like I mentioned. I'm collecting certain games from my childhood, and he's collecting games from his childhood that really overall bring so much joy growing up and just have so much nostalgic factor now, more so. And it's like some games I've never experienced, like Secret of Evermore, absolutely fucking fantastic game from Squaresoft. If Squaresoft, well, not Squaresoft now, but Square Enix now, they really friggin' need to watch this and go, we need a remake or a remaster, remake to this, because this game is bloody fantastic. I'm up to the second world now on this so far, and I am absolutely loving this game. Absolutely amazing game so far. I am so thrilled I bought this. But yes, if Square Enix are listening, you need to remake this. Please remake this for the PlayStation 4 and 5. Really make this, because this game is bloody amazing. Like you did it for the Mana games, do it for Secret of Evermore. And I'm pretty sure people want to see this remade, and they want to see this remade. What can I say? Secret of Evermore, I will do a review on that once I've finished, but absolutely fantastic game. But other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I just thought I'd share the collection so far. I know other people have got way more friggin' stuff than me and they spent a fortune, but hey, I'm not like everybody else. We can't afford to spend that amount of money all the time on games that are so overly priced. we do the best we can, and if they're not in boxes, then, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice that. There's some that obviously are in boxes, but if the price comes along and it's a good price, I'll buy it. But other than that, an authentic copy, just the cartridge by itself, is more than enough for nostalgic factor, and as a collector as well, you just put them in a dust jacket. Or make custom boxes, which I've got custom boxes coming for The Secret of Evermore, and I've got a custom box coming for The Illusion of Gaia, but then I want to get a custom made box for Terranigma, Breath of Fire, Donkey Kong Country, so I've sourced that out on eBay and I've got some of those coming, so win-win. But other than that, thanks so much guys for tuning in. I hope, you know, this brings up so much nostalgia for everybody, and please feel free to share what you guys are into with Super Nintendo and what you guys remember of your childhoods growing up. What games, what you liked and what you enjoyed playing, what was really hard at the time for you, but revisit many years later, you know. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll get another video out later on this afternoon. Definitely get one out this afternoon. I might do a review for some movies that I've watched recently, or I might do a review on something else. You'll just have to wait and see. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye.